Hello everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. This has been impossible. Impossible to film. Record, or whatever, film. This has been impossible, for multiple reasons. I ended up DCing a lot last night, so what you're going to end up seeing is I am going to hopefully get back into this dungeon. You are going to see a little, I guess a rerun, because I kept disconnecting during the dungeon. The group ended up completing it, and so all the cutscenes played, and while I could turn them back on, I honestly, like, the quest stuff will not replay. So I managed to record it, but I am going to have to do a little bit of editing magic to show you the whole picture of everything. I just want to say this in advance. I was very angry last night when I was obviously DCing. It was a very frustrating experience, but that is kind of the thing that happens when you're playing an MMO. You're not always going to have, like, perfect stuff going on. You're not always going to have, like, the best connection and that sort of thing. So, with that being said, you know, things happen. It's a different day. They did a hotfix. Things are looking a little bit better now, so I'm going to try and hop back in, and hopefully, with that being said, I'll have a much better experience, and now that I've run it once, maybe it'll be a lot more fluid, and I won't be so embarrassed. So, with that being said, I'm going to hop back into the dungeon, and, yeah, we'll pick it up from there. Alright, so now that we are in here, let us see how this goes. So the last time I was doing this, it was very embarrassing. We are supposed to go in this room right here because we definitely need these keys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and kite these enemies all the way over here to the corner so that someone could grab the key if they wanted to. Kind of just up to them if they want to do that, since I'm not doing any, like, big pulls or anything like that. And I totally missed this room because I was reading the last, map from, like, the side. So, yeah, it was pretty embarrassing. So, now that we have that, I'm gonna go ahead and hit this girl with my shield. Keep drawing her over this way. I'm definitely going to grab aggro of these guys. Hit my little buff thingy. I'm gonna go ahead and pull into this room, and hopefully, pull everybody over here. Whoa. Bring that back to me. Bring that back to me. Bring it to me. Alright. Bring me bat. Bring me bat. Oh god. I know it's a big pull. I know it's a very big pull, and maybe I made a mistake. But I have potions just in case, so... Healer seems to be doing a great job, so we're just gonna run with it. We're just gonna run with it. Oh god, this one made me nervous for so long, and then I looked at the maps forever, and I was like, oh yeah, no, from a DPS standpoint, like, I remember most of this stuff. It's not really even that bad. But then I remember I'm tanking, and then I just freak out, so... unlocking door. Come here. You, me, here, now. Fight me. And then if someone wants to grab that key, that's up to them. I think someone is. Okay. I love that cake staff, like, not even gonna lie. Alright, so we're not going to this locked door over here. I think we're going all the way over here, if I remember correctly. But this is where I started to DC last time, so I'm just very uncertain. Very uncertain. But yeah, oh yeah. Okay, so yeah, we have to pull over here. We're gonna get this Manor Sentry. Oh, okay. I should have probably used this before. It has been so long, I can't even remember, like, my reduction, or my damage reduction ability, like, what it's called. Like, I know what it is. Like, I know what button it is, but, like, I forget the... Oh, should have used Shield Bash. That would have been perfect for Shield Bash. But anyways, I forget what it was called. I forget what the actual, like, thingy's called. And I don't know why. But it's just because I haven't played in so long. I should have pointed them away better, but I didn't. Alright, I'm gonna wait for everybody to... okay. Glowy tail. Come here. It's my crystal tail. I wish I had a glowy tail, but I don't. But I gotta save that damage reduction for when she uses big moves. Of course, hopefully. Okay, so I don't know why I did that. It wasn't even pointed at me. I forgot she just kind of aggroes to whoever. I wonder if I'm able to stun that for some reason. Like, I wonder if that's possible. Then again, I don't know. Some things you can stun and some things you can't. Can I stun this? Yeah. I stun you. Look at me. Look at me go. Look at me do the thing. No. Haha. Joke's on you. I don't know why I'm getting so cocky all of a sudden. I think I'm just excited that the game's actually working again. I don't know. Still watch me get DC'd. I just get so tired of being DC'd all the time. Okay, so we're gonna get the treasure coffer. And then let's see. I do want this. And I want this. So now that we did that, we are going to not go through the door that opened, but we are going to go through the ivy door. And this is what really worried me about this manor, because there's all these things going on. And part of my issue is, like, if you backtrack the wrong way, yeah, there's no way to know where you're going. So I would get lost so much if I hadn't looked at a map that basically said, like, hey, don't go through that door that just opened. Because, oh, that's right. Anyways, I forgot that's a thing. This will be my last dungeon that I can do before world maintenance. I sure picked a hell of a time, huh? Alright, so we are going into the last room on this one. I know that. We don't have to go into every room. So if you want all the treasure coffers, like, obviously, you can do that. That is totally up to you. But you don't have to do that. It's just you have to do the last room right before you go into, because you have to open a thing with the Carnation key. I know, I'm kind of, like, out of view. Okay. Hey, come here. You are mine. You are mine? You are not allowed? Okay. I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't looking. Wasn't paying attention. Wasn't looking. My bad. This way. This way, my angry horde. Come here. And the tiny key that we got at the end of the floor, or the bottom of the floor, whenever we jump down, that will be used to open this locked room up here. Come on, take him out. You can do this. It's just a bat. Okay. So we are going to open this up because this room has the yellow key. Yeah, come here. And then someone, I'm going to take these guys over here, and then someone can grab the yellow key, which then opens the Carnation door. When we open the Carnation door, we're going to be met with two bosses, and we want to kill the flying one first. So while I will have aggro with both of them, my main focus is going to be on the one that is flying. I guess he's the one that's the most troublesome. I don't really know too much about it. So go ahead and grab that yellow key. Got it? Okay. Hiya! Now we're going to jump over here. And we got one more little lady to take care of before we can open the Carnation. Granted, I probably could have let her, like, fly away, but I feel like she would have aggroed to me regardless. So it's better just to take her out. And then we can open the Carnation door. Okay. So, alright. We're gonna take on this guy first. So I'm gonna grab them both, and I'm gonna kite them both this way. And then hopefully DPS is going to focus on the Jester. Because I guess he is the most troublesome. Even though it's hard to... I should have interrupted Soul Drain. I just couldn't focus. I'm still thinking too much like a DPS sometimes. And I need to not. Nice spikes. Alright, now that he's down, interrupt you. Fool. Fool. Alright, now when I kill him, a portal should appear, which will then take us to the main floor. He'll also drop a bloody parchment, which we need to pick up. Disciple of War, I'll pass on that, and I'll pass on this. Alright, so now we go into the ethereal flow. The ethereal flow will then take us back to the main floor, and now that we have the bloody parchment, we can go up to the seal, and the bloody parchment will undo the sealed barrier. Now we're going to go up the stairs, and we have one more little dude to take care of, and he will open the door to the main boss. And because I did miss this cutscene, I will take a brief break to show you the cutscene so you can see it. And I'll work my editing magic. So if it's not really a smooth transition, you gotta remember, I tried this 3 times. Alright, did you see the intro? Did you see it? Did you see it happen? Alright. Come here, you. Now I'm gonna have her face me. Now the thing is she has this thing that where she can cast terror, and I'm supposed to look away. So you can imagine, when I'm trying to do this, Alright, so now she's gonna be summoning, like, things to help her. It is the DPS's job. I need to look away. Look away. Alright. That was her petrifying dodge. But yeah, it's the DPS's job to basically take on her ads. So they should be dealing with that. I should just have this on just because, honestly. She'll do... Oh. I didn't mean to. I thought I could interrupt it. I guess I can't. Huh. Well, that's new to me. Don't you scream at me. Guiling Mist. I don't know what it is. Okay. Interesting. Oh, that's when I was supposed to do my thing. Oh, no. It's a tank buster. Not that it'll do a lot, but still. I'm not scared of your void call. Now, normally, I was about to say, yeah, someone's gonna limit break, and that's where you can take her. And she goes down. Look at that. Nice, nice, and nice. Hey, that didn't go too bad, actually. I think I did okay. Aww. Cute little Lullafell. He's adorable. You know what? She's cute. She's gonna get my commendation. What a cutie. I love Lullafells. They are adorbs, okay? I don't understand the hatred towards them. So I think they are just super cute. Alright, let's see if I can get anything from this. I cast my lot, so let's see how it goes. I'm just waiting on everybody else to vote. Look at this, this is so cute. Alright, anyways, time to go. Ooh, spoopy. Darkness has taken root within these halls. Sprung from the most unlikely of seeds. One cannot help but admire the irresistible spirit, or the irrepressible spirit, that quickened it to life. Oh, it's Spoopy Man! It's the Spoopy Man! Ascian of the 12th Staff. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, adventurer. You are every bit as intriguing as our master gave us to believe. Ascian of the 12th Sword. It is no ordinary mortal who can acquire 1 crystal of light, much less 3. The crystals make you strong, and it is to that strength that the light is drawn. Hydaelyn chose well. A pity that your existence is irreconcilable? Irreconcilable with our own. We cannot well allow you to continue upon your present course. Yeah, beat it, man. Alas, we came here not to play, but to take the measure of your strength from Master La Habrea. That task is now accomplished. We take our leave of you. Man, they're always running away. Like, fight me. Fare you well, bringer of light. Jerks. Face me! Anyways, at some point, I'm sure that I cut it out and did the final cutscene, so we'll just hope that I know what I'm doing and that I actually did it. So now that this has happened, now that we've done this, now we can head back to New Gridania. I'm just gonna go ahead and teleport there. I just don't care enough to, I guess, do it the hard way. I want to continue with this quest. I want to get it over with, you know, so that I can, go to the, hate my life with the next dungeon. Alright, we're gonna go to Lancer's Guild. But that was really cute. That was fun. That was very fun. Alright, so now we get to talk to the weird butler, who obviously knew that something was going on. I mean, he's been aware of this since the beginning, and he just wanted to be vague about it, so now we're gonna be like, hey dude, there was a weird vampire lady in there, what the hell is going on? Tell me. You are returned. What sights awaited you within the manor? What has become of Lady Amandine? Or Amandine? You must tell me all. She's a weird freaking vampire lady? So she went so far as to consort with devils. Would that I could have done more to prevent her fall. May she finally find peace in the beyond. I know not whether the masked men you encountered are the same pair that first led my lady astray, but it is plain that they are the same vile brood. Should the chance ever present itself, promise me that you will visit upon them tenfold the woe they have brought upon others. But who am I to speak of punishment? By my silence I allowed. I know not how many innocent young women to die in unspeakable circumstances. It matters not wherefore. Through misplaced loyalty, cowardice, or both, I am an abettor to a gross crime. I will surrender myself to the authorities and accept whatever punishment they deem just. I only pray that the gods will have mercy on my soul. I mean, at least he's turning himself in, so, I mean, that, it makes sense. I mean, and it's, I guess I could say it's honorable, you know? Like, it's great that he's actually doing that, because he understands that he was responsible in a lot of those girls getting murdered. So, you know, but at the same time, like, I know he had to wait until he ran away, but again, at the same time, it's like, dude, why didn't you say something? Like, why didn't you do something? Like, you could have done something sooner, you know? But oh well, it's not really my place to judge, I suppose. In the end, we took care of it, and yeah, she was consorting with Ascians. Ascians that were meant to test us, no less. What's up, Thancred? Ah, Sam, pray do not concern yourself with my welfare. My current investigation has yielded some curious results, and at present, I am pondering how best to proceed. Okay, Thancred, if you say so. I mean, whatever could go wrong, Thancred? It's alright. I don't trust anybody right now. Minfilia, I killed a vampire. She was sexy and scary all at the same time. Welcome back, Sam. Full glad am I to see you safely returned. Tell me, how fared you on your sojourn to the Twelveswood? There were sexy vampire ladies and demons and winged creatures and more demons. 2 of La Habrea's minions, and they sought to measure your strength by their own admission. Yep. The devils taunt us. It is beyond doubt, then, the Ascians have begun to move in earnest. Would that we knew to what end. Yet I will not bemoan our plight. Thanks to your tireless efforts, we are at least aware of the encroaching darkness. I think we've been aware for a while, Minfilia. Alas, we can only do so much. It is clear to me now that we Scions are too few to protect the realm against the threat unaided. We must needs alert the 3 nations to the presence of this elusive enemy, and recommend that they heighten their vigil. I mean, yeah, there is no shortage of misery in the world that the Ascians might exploit. We have an arduous struggle ahead of us. Yet, come what may, we must not allow ourselves to become lost to hope, for that is precisely what the enemy desires. We have gleaned all we can from the information available to us. Let us set this investigation aside for the present. Another matter has arisen that requires your attention. Let me know when you're ready to be briefed, and I will summon the others. Great. I love it. I love it when I do a thing and there's no reprieve. There's just more. There's just more stuff all the time. It's great. Alright, so let's see what new gear I got. The Ethereal Sphene Choker. Sphene! Okay. Anyways, I'm done with that. Listen to me. Oh, okay. Anyways, I'm done. Okay. You'll get it later. Not for a long time, but later. Unless you play Final Fantasy already.
The Maelstrom requests our assistance.
Concerning the kobolds they sent such copious notes on, I presume.
Oh, look at a young Y'shtola.
Yes. And no. It has more to do with their findings, which portend a peril far greater than any beast tribe.
What sort of peril?
What sort of peril indeed?
The worst kind. A tribe of kobolds in the vicinity of Limsa Lominsa has reawakened Titan.
No, not Titan. Oh.
Our task will be to slay the Primal. The Maelstrom have sworn support for the endeavor. They are no strangers to the havoc kobolds can wreak.
Years before the Grand Company's reformation, 2 primals, Leviathan and Titan, chanced to converge upon the sea wall, wreaking untold devastation. There, by the grace of the Navigator, were the mercenaries Merlwyb hired able to fend them off. Yet it did not take long for the beast tribes to regroup, and they summoned their primals once more.
Thankfully, their second coming was decidedly short-lived, but that is beside the point. So long as tormented souls will them to exist, the realm will never be rid of primals.
The Maelstrom has kept a watchful eye upon the beast tribes, and the kobolds in particular, ever since. Which brings us to the matter at hand.
Unlike Ifrit, we know scarcely anything of Titan. Unfortunately, the only force known to have bested him, the modestly named Company of Heroes, disbanded 5 years since, and mercenaries are not in the habit of keeping chronicles.
Expect the worst. The Maelstrom's help is of course appreciated, but even if we had their whole armada at our disposal, we could still find ourselves overmatched. A pity the kobolds lack the gentle sensibilities of the sylphs. A peaceful resolution would be more than welcome. The echo will not avail you this time, I fear. If you are to survive, your steel must needs speak for you. No one would think you a coward were you to decline.
Why would I decline now? I literally have fought primals and vampires and allied forces and
So
Garleans.
you will accept?
I mean, yeah, I got no choice.
Thank you.
I'm the warrior of light.
We can't very well send her to Limsa Lominsa without Yestola. Can we, Minfilia?
May I ask that of you, Yestola?
I never thought it in question.
Ever reliable.
She's so cute.
Very well. We will spare no effort to win victory. You may count on the full support of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and all not afield will aid the fight from afar. Thancred, Ida, go to the Grand Companies, tell them of our plight and solicit their support. Urianger, send word to the students of Baldessian, and Alfino if you would. Papalimo, compile all the information we have on Titan, little though it may be. You will be apprised of the tactical situation when you reach the Sailor's Ward.
Okay.
Provision yourself for the journey. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
Can I go now? I just want to go now, please. Plus. Okay. Alright, so now I have to go speak with Rick, but I don't know who that is. Rashat Riki? I have to go speak with them at Sailor's Ward, but unfortunately maintenance is on its way. So instead, it'll have to wait until maintenance is over, so I'll be taking care of that. So, anyways, but for you guys, this will just be a second. So, yeah, hang tight, and I will see you all in a moment. Alright, we are back after maintenance. So, little tip for some of you. I tend to log out from the inn rooms if you have it available, mostly just because it seems to make things go a little bit quicker. Not always true, but sometimes it does. Alright, so... Alright, let's see... Sorry, I'm messing with my retainer, I know. Let's see, what level is she? She's level 8? Do I have anything that's level 8? Let me see. So this is a green beret, don't need that. Eye patch, so we can give her the eye patch. Do I have anything body-wise that is level 8? Level 1, level 1... Level 5. I mean, I can give her level 5 stuff, I guess. Not really what I would advise giving her, but I mean, it'll do. Ooh, leather mitts, level 8. There you go. Look, we got some stuffs. So when you do have a retainer, what you can do is, obviously, you can give them gear once you get to the point where you can give them a job. You can equip them with new things. This'll just, it helps them level up, obviously, like, they can take on better missions if they have better gear. So, you want to be able to give them as good a gear as possible, when you can. She doesn't have anything that she can wear here. Do I have any extra rings? I do not. Let's see, she can use this. And then, let's see, so this is, what, a level 1? Yeah. And she can use a dish. Okay, looking pretty good, looking pretty neat. So, I don't know if I've already explained this, but I did sign up my retainers, and, Ersay here is a throwback to the first character I ever had in Final Fantasy. I thought about making her into a real character at some point, again, just because when I did start playing Final Fantasy XIV way back in the day just to try it out, she was the first character I created, and I did start in Limsa Lominsa as a marauder, so I thought about bringing her back at some point. I just really haven't done it. I'm not sure if I will, just because I have other characters. I have so many other characters, and I thought about doing my playthrough as this character, but it just didn't really seem fitting, so anywho, with that being said, let's see, I want to sell inventory stuffs on the market, but that's high level honey and they won't take it. So I'm just gonna have her sell it normal. It's okay. Alright. So, and I do have another character, which, funny enough, is called Samutari, and I'll show her off. So this character, I tried doing this playthrough a couple other times, like, before I finally settled on something, and every time I made a Samutari character, I made her a Rayen, and this is what she looked like. I still had her data saved. Never really got very far. I streamed one time, playing as this character, and someone joined me on the live stream. But it really kind of taught me a few things about how I react when it comes to streaming and how I do when playing with other people, but also my crowd control, I guess, when it comes to actual real people. Because unfortunately the whole thing did devolve kind of into topics that I really didn't want to talk about, you know, because I wanted to keep things pretty lighthearted. So I ended up deleting the stream, and then when I started this playthrough again, I decided that I kind of just wanted to keep things as normal as possible from now on. And so I figured that a playthrough was going to be better than streaming, because I'm not really good at streaming, and I also just kind of realized that, yeah, I think I needed to move away from the Rayen and kind of really start fresh, and so I created this Hrothgal instead, which I felt fit me better, one, because of my persona, which I use for the channel, and two, just because she's freaking cute, and I don't have a lot of Hrothgals, so. Anyways, what's up, Rashat Rihi? Or Arashat, or whatever. Good to see you, Private Utari. The Scion sent word that you were on your way. To business, then. It is as we told the antecedent. The kobolds have once again summoned Titan. A little over a moon ago, we began to observe the beastmen moving south in increasing numbers from Ogamoro. Our scouts subsequently confirmed the object of their aggression. Crystals, fodder for their fell primal. Ooh, it's Mommy Merlwib! I might have said that a little too loud. Thank you, High Commander. You may leave the rest to me. Your deeds bring glory to the Maelstrom, Private Utari. Right proud am I to call you one of our own. Forgive the lack of forewarning, High Commander. The Admiral wished to address Sam personally. We are no strangers to conflict. Long have the Sahagin and the kobolds plagued our people, nor is this the first time we have had to address a primal threat. In the past, when Titan rose to threaten the peace, it was the company of heroes we turned. But they are long disbanded, and we must look to other brave souls blessed with the strength to face this foe. I'm laughing at my own voiceover. So it is that we turn now to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, confident in the belief that you are Limsa's best hope. I hope you are right. The situation is far from simple. The kobolds are not prone to unprovoked aggression. Did not the Lassacracy? I don't know. Make a pact with the beastmen that each would keep their own lands and that no blood would be shed? And was it not the Laminsans who violated this agreement, dissatisfied with their lot? Shall we then condemn the beastmen for defending their homes? Even a pirate must one day reap what she has sown. Ooh, Ishtola calling, like, she really just, oof, she firing shots. I would advise you to choose your words with greater care, Lady Ishtola. Stand down, High Commander, she has the right of it. Actually, yeah, that is true. And the wrong is mine, freely do I claim it, yet it makes little difference. Remorse will not shield us from Titan's wrath, or would you have us fall upon our swords? My apologies, Admiral. The safety and security of Limsa Laminsa's citizenry are, of course, a paramount concern. Already we have observed disruptions in the flow of aether, further inland. The effects will be felt here in the city ere long. I ask much of you, I know, but the need is great. I trust I can count on you, Private. Yes, you can, Mommy. Mommy Merlwib, blah, 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 blah. Anyways. You have my thanks, along with the full support of the Maelstrom. I await good tidings. That the kobolds should summon Titan demonstrates they are no longer amenable to negotiation. This being the case, we must needs prepare for conflict. Before we meet Titan in the field, however, it would be wise to learn all we can of our foe, and I can think of no better source of information than the mercenaries who defeated him once before. The company of heroes may be no more, but several of its former members still live. It's said one of them is employed at the Grey Fleet Mills in Lower Lenosha. Quite why a mercenary should choose to become a miller, I do not know. When you find him, mayhap you could ask him for me. I, meanwhile, shall seek his fellows. Okay. Alright, so we are on a mission. Oh gosh, I've been drinking Dr. Pepper, so if I burp, I am sorry. It's been a long night and I've had a lot of pop. So. Alright, so we need to go to... I eventually need to do this. But we need to go to the mill. Alright, so we are going to go here. The only reason I haven't done the A Pup No Longer is because it literally just introduces the PvP area. I do not intend to do any PvP. Like, that's just my thing. I'm not into it. I had to do PvP one time. So I created a character for roleplay who is an AI. And she obviously has an artificial body. And so there's this, like, Garlean exosuit shit, that you can get, but at the time, you could only get it from PvP. And so I spent, I think it was a week. Yeah, I spent a week in PvP, like, to get this whole outfit, and oh my gosh, it was painful. Because I just don't do PvP. Like, PvP requires so much, like, knowledge about builds and stuff, which is fine. You know, totally okay. It's not my thing, though. I am gonna eventually pick up these quests. I'll do them in my own time. I haven't been here, so, yeah. But, I'll do them in my own time. They're really nothing crazy. But I do like map completion. I don't like leaving things undone. So, that's kinda, I don't know. I probably could save these quests for if I pick up another class. However, I don't really feel like it. I don't wanna. Oh, look at that. I heard we're supposed to get new interactions with Chocobo. I don't know if they released that with 7.5 or if that was something that they're gonna release with the next expansion that comes out in 2027. But I am so excited because, like, I love Chocobo. I think they're really cute. And it kind of made me mad that we could, like, train them. We could stable them up and train them. But outside of that, like, there was so little interaction, so I am more than happy about us getting, like, more interactions with our Chocobo because they are so cute. And they deserve it. They deserve all the attentions. Oh, hey, Ishtola. I thought you said you were seeking out his fellows. The Company of Heroes is the most celebrated mercenary band in history of Eorzea. Even so, I must admit I have never before met one of their members face to face. I imagined that a warrior who had toppled both Titan and Leviathan would seek to bask in a lifetime of fame and glory. Yet he seems to have settled in a place distinctly bereft of adoring crowds. Also, his leopard print is ridiculous. Lay down your burden, son. Come drain a pint with me. We'll have grandel time. Find ye last of three. You gonna say something, Venture, or just keep staring? You want to know about the Company of Heroes? Ah, hell's price of bleeding fame. Can't a miller mill in peace no more? Still, seeing as you've come all this way, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to oblige you. Consider yourself lucky, lass. Old Tractoom of the company's was the company's best axeman. Now, what was it you wanted to know? I want to know about Titan, sir. Oh my god, I forgot he doesn't have pants. So you want to hear the tale of how the Company of Heroes bested a Primal, do you? Let me guess. You mean the bastard Titus, eh? Titan? Oh, if only you'd been there to see it. 'Twas a mighty struggle, like the legends of old. Me and the boys fought him for 3 days and nights, we did. The ground trembled with every step Titus took, and when he hit you, girl, it felt like a cannonball to the gut. Ugh, just like that. Titan, though? Oi, what's that look for? I'm a goddamn hero, I'll have you know. The people around here sing me praises. Don't tell me you only care about learning the secret tactics we use to beat old Titus. Titan. Huh, well too bad, because now I'm not feeling charitable. If you're so damn desperate, then why don't you do me a favor and kill those rats that have made a nest by the windmills just south of here. Do that and we'll talk. I mean, I guess if I have to. So clearly, this man, he's already shady. Do you have anything to say about that? No? Okay. Titus. I wonder if they threw that in just for the sake of Final Fantasy X, but it's actually really funny to think about. Alright, so I kind of made an oops. Oh no, I didn't. Okay. I was about to say, it marked the main one. I was like, now I have all these quests, and I don't know what to do. I could talk to a Shushu, though. Hey, a Shushu! Okay, so this one's part of a thing where you have to ask, like, people how they feel about living at the windmills and, like, working and stuff. It's really just a survey. It's a whole survey on nothing. Also, I learned that this is my invuln. I had totally forgotten the word, and it bugged me for days. I was like, oh my god, what do I call all this? It's my invuln. I remember. The Rat King. So Rat Kings kind of make me sad, because I know that Rat Kings are just when a bunch of rats get their tails, like, tangled, and they can't get untangled, and so they kind of create this giant wriggling nest of rats, and that's what a Rat King is. So, like, the idea of an actual rat or rodent king is cool, in a sense, but then I see Rat King, and that's all I can think of as the literal definition of a Rat King. So the beasties are dead, are they? Nice work, Venture. Save me the hassle of, never mind. Seems like you're just making me do your dirty work. What, you still asking about how we beat Titus? I don't know, Venture. It was a pretty risky strategy, the kind only a veteran of 10 score battles could rely upon. I want to teach you, I truly do, but unless you prove that you have what it takes to face that fat bastard, I can't in good conscience tell you a damn thing. At the very least, you'd need to be capable of slaying, say, a Gubu. Come to think of it, that ain't a bad idea. Them creatures have a taste for the flour milled here, so you have to have no trouble finding one in the vicinity. Of course, I ain't asking you to cut one down quick as a skilled axeman like myself. Any road, why don't you try heading due west and stand in lookout, in case a Gubu comes a-callin', slay it, and I might consider telling you more about old Titus. Titan, sir. It's Titan. Running, we're running all the time. Running, we're running all the time. Alright, destination. Whose card is this? When did this get here? That's what I want to know. Did people survive? Are they dead? Who knows? Hard to say. Alright. I like Gubus. I really do. They crack me up. So Gubus are hilarious because, like, if you catch them and they're not, like, really interested in you or whatever, they'll just sit there and scratch their butt. It's really funny. That and they have a frog butt. Like, look at the tiny little booty. There's actually a couple of Gubu mounts, and they belch and stuff, and it is really funny, because when they fly, their arms just wiggle like Gumby, and it's, I don't know why it's so entertaining to me, but I love the Gubu mounts, like, so much. And the tiny Gubu minion, which I don't think I have on this right now, I think you get it, like, once you progress in the story, there's a tiny Gubu minion, and it is so cute. You again. Then that Gubu that was harassing the Millers is dead? Didn't think you had it in you, Venture. Still, you took forever and a day to get the job done. I'm not sure if I should tell you our secrets. I think you should tell me the secrets, because I'm about to kick your ass. So, as I was saying, I still don't know if you got what it takes to face Titus. Maybe if you slew a... Look at his dumb tattoo. Track 2. You in here drinking again? If you are, that Gubu had better be dead. Oh, it's dead, Chief. You have me word on that. Cleaved the beast's skull in two with me trusty axe, I did. Is that a fact? And what will your friend here say if I ask her? She'll vouch for me, of course. Ain't that right, friend? I ain't your friend. Tell me true. Was it Traktum who slew the Gubu, or was it you? Chief, what are you saying? It's me, Traktum, the finest axeman ever to serve in the company of heroes, the legendary mercenaries who slew that bastard Titus. Titus? Titus? Who in the seven hells is Titus? Some primal you fought in a drink-sodden dream? The company of heroes who slew Titan, you bloody halfwit. Yeah, well, you see, Titus is what me and the lads used to call him. That's the biggest load of Sahagan shite I've ever heard. Both of you, outside. We'll learn the truth the Laminson way. Traktum, if you didn't slay that Gubu, you may consider your contract revoked. Oh boy. Oh no. This is the goofiest looking character, I swear. Me when I get new armor and none of it matches. Alright. Goodness. Ugh, it's an event. Let's see. Let's see how it goes. What could go wrong? Alright, you know the rules. First one to smash their boulder will be judged the Gubu Slayer. And don't even think about trying to kill me. That's cheap. Who picked these boulders? They're nothing alike. Ah, the hell's with it. Let the contest begin. Sure. Easy peasy. Look behind you, a three-headed Gubu. Screw you, dude. How you doing, lass? Feeling a bit stiff by any chance? Ah, you wish. Only killing's against the rules. You're still at it? Bugger me. It's alright. I got this. Easy peasy. What a jerk. What a jerk. The arms. The bleeding arms. Ha! Loser. Alright, I admit it. I lied about being in the company of heroes. But I'm begging you, Chief. Please don't dismiss me. I've learned me lesson. Honest, I have. Save your blubbering Traktum. Gods, I should have known. Mercy, please. I didn't want to deceive you, I swear. It's just that I kept getting turned away by all the folks I asked for work, and I panicked. See, the last job I had was at Costa del Sol, and there was that grizzled marauder everyone treated like royalty. When I heard he was a captain in the company of heroes, I finally understood why. I was being serious when I said I was one of them. Or I wasn't being serious when I said I was one of them, but you wouldn't believe me, so, look, his name is Weiskit, okay? Weiskit. He'll tell you how to defeat Titus, or whatever the hell's that thing's name is. That's what you wanted, ain't it? So come on then, tell the Chief to forgive me. It's only fair. Do I get a choice? Because I would be like, yeah, no, fire that asshole. He tried to blow me up with a bomb. Oh my gosh. I might as well finish the rest of these quests. And then I'll go and speak with a Whiskat. It's probably like Whiskayet, but I don't got time for that. These quests don't take long anyways. I just gotta ask a bunch of people their opinions. And I gotta go catch a bunch of dodos and save some crops. Now, if you start in Limsa, then you'll have these quests and stuff, so I mean, it'll all make sense regardless, but yeah. I do like this area. It is actually really pretty, but I always end up playing at night somehow. Dude, I feel so dumb because when I first started playing Final Fantasy XIV, it just so happened that the game was lining up, like, very well with the weather that was happening where I was living. I was living in Texas at the time. And the weather in the game was just matching like perfectly with the weather we were having in Texas. So for a while, I literally thought that the game somehow managed to sync with the weather, and I was like, oh man, this is like the most advanced MMO I've ever played. It's just so stupid. So for this quest, this is for the housing, for the mists. So every major city, like, you know, Gridania, that sort of thing, almost every major city has a housing section, like a housing district. There we go. So for Limsa, it's the mists, and for the Black Shroud, which is Gridania, you have the lavender beds. So these are just places where you can obviously like do the auctions to get housing. Or you can actually buy your own apartment. So apartments are 500,000 gold, or gil. So apartments are 500,000, and you have to be a specific like promotion level in your grand company before you can even get a house. So let me see. Reputation, class, jobs, profile. Okay, so right now I am a private third class because I haven't done any promotions. You have to get to first storm lieutenant, I think. It's either first storm lieutenant or second storm lieutenant. You have to get one of these before you can actually get a house. And the way that you do that is you have to turn in, oh gosh, what is it? It's not reputation. Let me see. Currency. These company seals. You have to turn in company seals in order to get promotions, and sometimes you have to not only get the company seals, but you have to have completed certain missions, because they'll give you side missions you have to do. You have to complete those side missions and have the company seals to get the promotions. It's best if you start getting the promotions as soon as possible. There are ways to cheese it so that you can get them really, really fast. But you want to just do it as soon as possible, because then the grind's not so bad later, you know? So this guy wants me to comb his sheep of lice. The idea of it is making my head itch already. I work in one of those jobs where lice is not like super duper common, but it happens. And we have like showers that are special for that. It produces it basically comes equipped already with a lice killing like solution in the water. And then of course the people have to be like quarantined until it's all taken care of. Thank goodness. Alright, so this is the guy that wanted me to check out the housing district. Essentially he's mad because he's local, which means he can't get a house there because they want new adventurers to do there, to move there, and now we have access to that residential district. This is good just because it allows you to teleport there. Not really sure if I ever will get an apartment on this character, just because of how much gold it is. And then we turned in the stuff for the sheepies, and now he's going to say that his dodos ran away, and now he wants us to go and catch his dodos. So he gives us this big ol' baggie. Or we have to go get a baggie. And then once we get the baggies, then we'll be able to catch the dodos, which they are in various areas. So really simple quests. I mean, it is for lower level people anyways, so it's not like they're going to be like super hard regardless. And then of course if you already know where they are, then it just makes things that much easier. But yeah, I guess I should really think about like where, if I did want an apartment, like what kind of apartment I would have. I love housing in Final Fantasy XIV. When I say that, I mean that I like decorating the houses. Purchasing them is a pain. So Final Fantasy XIV has a real issue with housing, and if you pay attention to any like MMO like talks or discussions or even news, there is a quote housing crisis in Final Fantasy XIV. So the problem is that per character you can have a house, you can have your own personal house, people can have FC houses. And then, of course, your house is not for all your characters. All your characters can have their own individual houses. So, if you can have 40 characters across the game, then you can essentially have 40 houses. And that can get kind of frustrating because you can have 8 characters. You can have 8 characters per world. So, what? I'm on Zalera? So, in Zalera, if I wanted to, I could make 8 characters for Zalera. And then I could go and buy 8 houses, which would mean I'm psychotic. That's, you know, essentially 7 houses that I'm probably not using very often. And that's 7 houses that I'm essentially taking from other people. So what people will do is they'll join an FC, like a guild, and then they will go and they will buy up residential districts, like whole neighborhoods. They will all try to outbid each other and get a house, because it's an auction-style system. You'll have entire FCs, which could be, oh gosh, like what, 50, 100 people or whatever? You'll have the FCs go in and buy entire wards. And it's also that they can use the houses as, like, I guess, like, farms, resource farms, because houses can have, like, FC houses can have submarines, and the submarines get materials, and those materials then go on the marketplace, and yada yada yada. So yeah, whole FCs will buy entire wards, just so that they have them to themselves. Some people will buy up wards so that they can turn them into role-playing venues, which they make gil off of, you know, and so there's just a whole lot of crap that goes on that I think is messed up about the Final Fantasy XIV housing system. And it needs to change. I think, you know, I understand that it would be a little crap if you could only have one house for 40 characters, especially if you're a role player, but I think that you should only be able to have one house. If they're gonna keep it to where it's not an instanced thing, like in World of Warcraft or Guild Wars 2 or whatever, if they're not gonna make it an instanced thing, then what they need to do is you can only have one house per server. So like my characters on Balmung, they would all have to share one house. My characters on Zalera, they would all have to share one house. Like, that would keep people from buying up entire wards and essentially hogging the housing. Because even with apartments, it's the same issue. I actually had to go, I have, what, 2 apartments, yeah. I have 2 apartments. I have one for my main character and one for a little side character or whatever. Because I use them for roleplay rooms. I design them and theme them for roleplays. And I, legit, no joke, I had to go on a Discord, which essentially hunt down these places for players. But yeah, I had to go and do that. I've never been to Costa del Sol, have I? No. Shoot, we're going this way then. But yeah, I had to join a special Discord, which was just for house hunting. And even then, I was trying, like, all these different districts, all these different wards. I was even trying the alternative wards, this, that, and the other thing. I would go through, like, 50 pages a day just trying to find a freaking apartment. Couldn't find one for the life of me. And then finally, when I was posting about how I'd had no luck finding an apartment, someone in the Discord finally was like, hey, I never play anymore. I don't even use this apartment. I'm going to sell it real quick. It'll open up. I need you to be there so you can be the first person to buy it. And it was nice of them to do that, because here's the thing. There's people that will buy apartments just to sell them to people for twice or triple the price. And I'm not even kidding. People will buy up these apartments and then say, hey, I've got this apartment in this ward for sale. And then they'll charge you like double or triple just to get it. And, which I think is so messed up on so many levels. So yeah, the housing thing in Final Fantasy, absolute freaking nightmare. But luckily, if you are part of an FC that has an FC house, you can make your own bedroom, which is essentially like an apartment. The only issue is again, in order to do that, you still have to have the promotion level. So again, just make sure that you're getting promoted as soon as possible. But yeah, so that all works out, really. If you don't want to buy an apartment and you're part of a cool FC, you can just have an FC room, which works just the same. But I needed the apartments because, again, I needed to create more rooms so that I could have them for roleplay. So I'll go ahead and pick up my leave meat. Yep. Oh, hostile creatures. Alright, so first things first. We already have attuned ourselves to the 8th right here in Costa del Sol. I'll do the leave meet on my own time. Also, whenever you are showing up here, make sure that you're unlocking the Chocobo Porters. You're just going to want to make sure that you do that. Please and thank you. Because it'll really come in handy if you decide to ever use the Porters. Plus, you do get an achievement if you unlock them all, so... Alright, Waistgate, or Weisgate, or Mr. Grumbly Man. Pardon, you wish to slay the Lord of Crags? Sir, is his name Titus? I know it's Titan. We must slay him, Captain. The people of Limsa Lominsa are depending upon us. Huh, you fancy yourself heroes then, just like in the tales. Be not so quick to judge. Long have I labored for the well-being of you and yours, and my associate here has bathed in Ifrit's hellfire and lived. She is blessed with the power that protects her from the Primal's influence. Thus was she able to lay low the Lord of the Inferno. We know full well the risks, and have taken every possible precaution. We lack only the knowledge of how to enter Titan's lair. Pray be so good as to grant us the boon of your wisdom, and we shall be on our way. A woman who can't be tempered. Useful, but it will not be enough. It is true that the company of heroes fought and felled primals, but each victory was bought with the lifeblood of brave men and women. And Titan was the worst we faced. Aye, we defeated him, in the end, but he took from us some of our very best. Even if you possess the power that you claim, I have no reason to believe you'll succeed. Believe what you will, we mean to try. Though our lives be forfeit, we will not abandon Limsa to the wrath of Titan. You are passionate, I'll grant you that. And you deserve better than the greeting I gave you, but I will not send you into Ogamoro on a whim. To be plain, I do not wish to see you give your lives in vain. At the very least, I must have assurances that you are more than common adventurers. I oversee security for Master Gigiruju's estates. Perhaps you can demonstrate your abilities by attending to one of our... Ye gods, man! Have you heard nothing I said? We've not the time to perform trivial tasks. The enemy is at the gates. Do you imagine words can sway me, girl? If you dislike my conditions, then you're welcome to find your own way into Ogamoro. Ishtal was like, I hate people. Though it pained me to admit it, I fear we have no choice but to acquiesce to this man's demands. Yet much remains to be done if we are to best Titan. Forgive me, but I must ask you to undertake this task alone. I'll use this time to see to the remaining preparations. Leaving the dirty work to others, are we? Very well. Pray do whatever the good captain bids, however trifling. Remember, the fate of Limsa Lominsa hangs in the balance. Yeah, no pressure, Ishtola, thank you. No pressure at all. It's fine. I'm fine. It's okay. Alright, Whiskers. What? Master Gigi's request can be more demanding than you realize. Before I set you to your true task, I would like to verify that this won't be a waste of my time. A Nyx has recently been seen prowling the beach to the east. As you can imagine, my master does not want large, slimy creatures anywhere near his lands. The beast is cunning, but you should have no difficulty luring it out with a herring. Slay the Nyx and return to me. Oh, and don't forget to bring me a leg as proof of the kill. Okay. Oh yeah, and then this dude has more tasks, too. I keep having hiccups. Help. Oh my gosh. I've been getting them every night almost. Master Gigi. Oh, where are they? Has something less than delightful and more than awful befallen my new dancing girls who were to arrive today? Oh, that's right. He's a sleaze, by the way. So, this is most inconvenient. I do ever wish that someone would find the driver who was to bring my divine danseuses. that someone would be healthily rewarded for it. I shouldn't doubt. Yeah, you little perv. I'll go find your dancing girls. Freaking weirdo. And that's the thing, it's always the Lalafell, too. So, okay, so, again, I've mentioned this many times before. People obviously have this thing against Lalafells because they look very childlike, but they are not children. They are, you know, these are full-grown adults. That's why he has a mustache. But they are some of the perviest little things in the game. And they're usually the richest, too. The governor sent you, did he? I was afraid he wasn't gonna wait no more. Don't be giving me the sack now. Tain't my fault, I swear. I brought the girls just like I was supposed to, and then we got as far here before they caught sight of the ocean, and that's the moment they start crying like corals and hopping like spriggans. As soon as I stopped the wagon, they were off and running to the beach. Now I yelled at them ladies to get back in the carriage so we could get to where we were supposed to go, but they didn't pay me no never mind. You'd better go talk some sense into them, wouldn't you? Working stiffs, the both of us, you understand. Help me out. I guess. You think I can talk to women? I'm bad at talking to women. That's why I'm single. You know what? We're both gonna get fired. We're both just shit out of luck. I'm just being honest. Oh, look at that. That is pretty. I'm just blowing my mic all over the place. Leggy dancer. Excuse me, who are you? Not the boss of me, that's right. This is my first time on the beach, and nobody's gonna tell me how long I can and can't have. Got it. I guess. A burly dancer. Hey. I like burly women. You know? Although I'm not really a fan of her hair. I just feel so blessed to be here. This is so beautiful and inspiring, don't you think? I'm feeling so many things. I just need to drink it all in and channel it into my art. Okay, bye. A hardy dancer. Whoa, you are muscular. You're like Wonder Woman. Oh, honey. I've never seen anything like this. It's all dunes where I come from, you know. I'm sure Master Gigi wouldn't mind a bit if we stretched our legs before coming to see him. Yes. And the ungainly dancer. Oh, that's a huge clam. Shells are right fancy and pricey back home. Bet you gild a gooboo poop that I can sell a beauty like this to Master Gigi. Need to find a way to get it to him, though. You go wait while I find me a wagon or some such. I ain't waiting for shit. This is not my job. I gotta go slay Titus. The Lord of the Crag. I almost said the Lord of the Crack. Titan reduced to Lord of the Crack. Oh, crap. I am too tired. Hey, I found your girls. They're at the beach. Overcome by the ocean, are they? Seduced by the sand? With me waiting? Me, who paid so dearly to see their unparalleled undulations. Well, how delightful. They are true artists, as beautiful inside as they are out. Gridania is green, Ul'dah is golden, but only Costa del Sol is blue and white. Yes, I should have thought of it earlier, and given them leave to play upon the beach. Happy it is to be a wealthy man. I shall wait, because I can. I am no drudge quaking at the sound of my master's step, nor am I a knuckle-biter who needs a bottle of brandy-wine to keep the tremors at bay. I shall enjoy the anticipation and the fulfillment alike. Okay, you weirdo. Oh god. This said lock up your arcanists? Hold on. Excellent timing. Come. Such a still wilting day, and I had a thought. A little thought. A violet, not a rose, to call up a refreshing breeze. The wind sprites, now, you can get a healthy puff or two out of them. It follows that a powerful sprite can set a whole city aflutter. According to my best calculations, or rather my second best calculations, no need to ask how or why, collecting 3 cores from wind sprites should permit you to summon a more powerful specimen. Won't someone, present company definitely included, carry out my genius plan? Will someone deign to collect the handsome reward? Okay, the wind until it passes. What does this say? Oh no. Cause yeah, when I clicked on it, it said hide, it literally just said, hide your Arcanists, hide something else. Like, that's a hide your kids, hide your wife, like, meme. And I totally, that's an Easter egg, and I totally skipped past it. Alas. I know I'm wasting time. Because I know there's other things, GOAT, that I could do, but I want to do this, so we're going to do it. But yeah, that little guy owns like all of Costa del Sol, so I guess he can do what he wants, include getting me to kill wind sprites, even though he's a little pro. I really just want the guild. But yeah, I do need to start like focusing on getting those promotions I was talking about though. Because I did it pretty early on my main character, so then by the time it came to, like, get the full, like, amount, I was already, like, over halfway there. So, like I said, once you reach a certain area, there is a certain area where you can absolutely cheese the crap out of events to get company seals. And when we get there, I'll show you how, but, because it was shown to me by one of my friends. My friend Oka showed it to me. Oika. And so, Oika showed it to me, and so it's very easy. And then, well, it's easy, and it still takes time, but it's gonna take less time than what you might think. Alright, now to fight the biggin. Also, I'm doing this because we need to level up my companion here. Bolton does gain experience as I gain experience, and so the more that we do stuff like this, then the more I can level up Bolton. So he's still just rank 1. Refresh him with them greens. Oof. My only thing is that it sucks that there's fall damage, because if an enemy spots you, because you can't outright die, right? It'll leave you at 1 HP, which I think is really nice. But at the same time, if you're at 1 HP and then like an enemy locks onto you and you get attacked, you're gone, you're dead. You're donezo. The Storm Sprite attacked you? So only you enjoyed a refreshing buffeting. I had but a whimpering whiffle. Oh, phooey. Now I shall be bored again. You little shit! Ever-capricious Master Gigi demands to know how his colibri are faring. You see all those wild colibri, not one of them was originally here, though the alchemical question of where here is, that's something we can munch manly almonds over. Or many almonds. Manly almonds! Almonds with beards. We can munch many almonds over. 'Twas that I bred, fed, and released the birds. So of course they are still mine, or if they belong to themselves, certainly no one else owns them. At least not more than I own them. Where was I? Oh yes, my colibri are being poached. The miscreants hang just outside the boundary of Costa del Sol, sly, and entice the colibri with feed. They should not be doing such a thing, such an ungentlemanly thing. Won't you parley with them? And if you can't talk sense into them, we'll just have to lure the birds back using these flowers. My colibri love roselle nectar. I happen to know. Why? Because I bred them and fed them. Okay. Alright. I'll go get your birds. I remember this. I do remember this one. Because the pirates get pissed. I don't know why I'm so giggly today. I think it's because I'm so tired. So, tell me how messed up this is. I had a dream where I won an award for taking the longest nap of, like, my group. And I had taken a nap for over 11 hours. Which at that point is not even a nap. That's just a sleep. But in the dream, I won the award for taking the nap. And so it was good. However, I woke up and I'd only been asleep for like 5 hours and I was so tired. Back off. This is Bloodshore. We're not in Costa del Sol. That means we don't have to live by your master's say-so. Yeah, Bloodshore's not part of his little fiefdom. We're free folk here. Not bought and paid for like the lot in Costa. Okay. Well, I guess I've no choice. I'm trying not to attract these, angry colibri. So now we're just gonna leave these flowers and bring the birds back. I wonder if they're poaching them for what? Their feathers, I guess? Because they're a bright pink? Haha. I would assume. I would assume they're being poached for their feathers and nothing else. Unless they're being captured and sold as, like, exotic pets or something. Damn that GG. He thinks he can buy everything. We built Costa del Sol by sweat of our brows. Did he tell you that? I know every cobble of the streets, laid about half of them myself. It was a pioneer town, a good town. Then that money bag swooped in and took it all. Stay as a lackey or leave as a free man. Those were the pickings. Then he took the beach. No more fishing without his say-so. And now he takes the colibri. But he said that he brought the colibri here, so... I mean, they are his. But I'm not saying the guy's wrong. Like, I always hate it. I grew up in a small town, and I remember we had so many, like, nice little mom and pop shops. And then car dealerships came in and essentially bought out the mom and pop shops. And, like, I get it. You know, these were older people, and they were like, well, you know, they're eventually going to force us to do it anyways. So they did it willingly, but at the same time, like, it does suck when someone comes in with a bunch of money and they just ruin a good thing, because we don't need, like, 18,000 freaking car lots. And this one dude, he owns, like, 10 of them, all in a very small area, and it's horrid. Ah, that settles their hash, and now they have yet another bone to pick with me. The 12 know I have many skeletons in my closet. Don't read too much into that, my dear, but those settlers have quite the ossuary. Costa del Sol was Admiral Merlib's hobby horse. She had an idea to settle this area, and so brought a number of folk on indenture. The terms were very generous. Hardly anyone died, a credit to her leadership. Yes, very creditable, but she had no head for business. Kept trying to farm the salty land. I stepped in and saved her from ruin. You see Costa del Sol now, a jewel of commerce and culture, but I assure you it was not thus when I purchased it. Many of the settlers have stayed and prospered. Why, a good third of my household was once raw pioneer. But some people are like figs. They want to stay the same. Tiresome, I say. They've no one to blame but themselves. I guess. I don't necessarily agree, but, like, I see his point, I suppose. Alright, now that that's done, now we can actually do the thing we were supposed to do. I love how landing in the water still gives you fall damage. I guess you're doing a belly flop every time you hit. Oy, oy. Here, take a herring. Now use it to lure out the nicks. I'm waiting, but looking the opposite direction. Ooh, nice. Hiya. Hi, bee. Ew. Oh my god, that frog really could, like, swallow me. Because I don't care what they call it, it's a frog. It's just what it is. I remember back when I first did this, I didn't realize there were ladders here. And so, like, I swam, like, all the way around trying to figure out where I could get up, because I thought I could crawl up the ladders. And you can't. The ladders are just aesthetic only. And so I was like, why can't I get up this ladder? And then finally I was like, frick, I'm just swimming back to the beach. And then I realized that there were steps. So. Well, did you deal with it? Yes, I did. Here you go. Here's its leg. Lest you think me overly cautious for testing you in this way, you should know that we had an incident not long ago. A foolish young employee was dismissed for lying about his past. He claimed to have served in the company of heroes, but I knew for a fact he did not. Anyways, now it's tracked to him. Anyways, now that the pointless busy work is finished, I shall give you a challenge as befits your talents. Alright, what is it? Two highly distinguished individuals are scheduled to visit Costa del Sol in the near future, and Master Gigi wishes to welcome them with an elaborate banquet. But while money is no object, not everything Master Gigi desires can be so easily purchased. It is to be an extremely exotic feast, and so, Sam, your mission is to seek out and obtain the rare ingredients our chef requires. Naturally, such fine dining must be accompanied with a suitable wine, and by suitable, I mean the very best there is. That, however, can wait for the time being, as I believe you have enough on your plate as is. It will be a long and arduous journey, but you need not toil alone. Many of the mercenaries who once served under my command still live, and they will guide you in your quest. For the first ingredient, I would have you travel to the South Shroud and speak with Landinel at Camp Tranquil. What? Do you mean to tell me you cannot afford to waste time as your associate did? Adventurer, if you have not the endurance to complete this mission, how do you expect me to believe you can outlast the Lord of Crags? Either do it or don't. I have work to do. Well, jeez, he's rude. But all of that is going to have to wait until next time. So, thank you for joining me on this adventure as I fight my tanxiety. And I'm glad I finally got Haukke Manor finished. But now we are back on track with doing the story mode. And of course, I'm just going to have a little fun here and there in between videos. But anyways, leave a like if you like the series and if you'd like to see more. If you want to talk about your favorite moments from Final Fantasy XIV when you first started, or anything that you think relates to what we did today, go ahead and leave that in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for your continued support on my channel. I really do appreciate it, and I'm so glad to be back in Final Fantasy XIV. But thank you so much. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Alright. Ciao, you guys.